Good evening. Right now I'm making the video for the story of my life and my transition and how I came out and all that stuff. All that fun crap. So I don't know how to hold this camera. Okay. Um, so I guess I should start from the beginning. So around the time I was 2 years old is probably when my family knew, I guess. I used to take my mom's high heels and put them on my hands and feet and crawl around. And so that was the early stages, obviously. I'd always wanted to play with dolls and Barbies and, you know, stuff like that ever since I was, very young. Um, I remember, I also remember when I was young, that I would always cry when I saw boys die on TV and not girls for some reason. So that's kind of, early stages. Then I think probably about 4th grade is when I thought I was gay. I liked only men. I had had my first crush on a boy. And by 5th grade I had my first boyfriend. Shoot. I think I came out for the first time in 6th grade as bi, which at first I did think I was bi. I think everybody does. I think it's a confusion thing, but not that I'm saying that people that are bi don't exist. I do believe that there is bi people in the world that like both, but for me it was a confusion state. I didn't know what I liked, so I said I was bi, but really I only liked men. Then I think probably around, oh shoot. Well, I had went away. I moved out of town into a new town for 7th grade. And in 7th grade, I came out as gay. And then when I moved back, I remember, oh God, sorry, excuse the train. I remember in 7th grade, I had PE first period. And I went to Rio Vista Middle School here in Fresno, California. And I remember some ladies came up to me and asked me, "Are you gay? Are you gay? Are you gay?" And I'd already gotten that question like 7 million times that day. Because, obviously my voice was never deep. I never had a deep voice. And so, finally I just lost my shit and said, "Yes, I'm fucking gay. Do you got a fucking problem with it?" And I actually met one of my best friends that day. Her name was Lauren. Because, well, she was in the group of girls that I went off on. And she was just like, "Oh, that's so cool." And whatever, and she was real friendly. I had no friends when I had started, and she became one of my best friends. And then high school started, and I was still out as gay. Well, I went back and forth between gay and bi for years. And then high school started, and I think I did most of freshman year before I realized that I was not gay. I was actually a female in a male's body. And I think I was probably 15 the first time I ever heard the word transgender. And I was just kind of like, oh, so my feelings are valid. Because I never fit in with the guys. I never hung out with men, always females. I don't know, I never really, had a common interest with men, ever. Except for dating them. That's the only interest I had in them, was to date them. So I think probably about sophomore year, I started coming to school in female's clothing with a wig on. I wore a red-headed wig. And it was probably about like that long, straight hair, which I obviously don't have straight hair, so, and I don't have red hair either, but I think probably midway through sophomore year, I had decided to essentially go back. You know, I started dressing like a guy again, and I started acting like a dude a little bit, and just started trying to fit in, I guess. I think that was mainly what it was. I was being bullied really bad at the time. I mean, the other day, like, this young lady I went to middle school and part of high school with messaged me, and, you know, we were talking about it, and she was telling me that she was sorry that I was bullied or whatever, and she wishes she could help. That's not how bullying works, sweetheart. No one can stop bullying, you know. Bullying just keeps going. It doesn't stop. Even after high school, I still get bullied sometimes. You know, it's not nothing that anybody can do about it. And I think she had felt like because she was around, she could have helped, but really there was no help for it. You know, I was going to be bullied either way for me being who I was. And I think it was probably the end of sophomore year where I was like, Grandma, I am a female. I need to wear girls' clothes. And she was like, no, you already went back. You're not doing it again. Well, I ended up dropping out junior year after first semester. And when I dropped out, you know, everything started making sense. I really realized, like, I was never a man. I was always a woman, you know. My voice never deepened. I never had an Adam's apple, like, I don't have an Adam's apple. I never did. You know, I just happened to be born with a penis and have testosterone instead of estrogen. And so that part of my life was really difficult, you know, being that I was dropped out of high school. I made a few friends that had still gone to the high school that I used to go to through my friend Kirsten. And, you know, they all ended up pretty much leaving my life except for Brian. And Kirsten ended up coming back into my life, but for the time being, she did leave for reasons that I don't want to share. But, you know, it wasn't her fault. It was mine. And I accept it, and we've moved past it. We're friends again, you know. But I think I was 17, I was 18. I was 18 when I first started hormones. I actually started in October. When I had started the hormones, they had a problem with my hormone blockers. And so I was just on hormones. And pretty much while I was on the hormones, I felt better about myself. I started feeling confident again. I started feeling like I belonged. You know, I felt like I fit in for the first time. Even though I didn't, I felt like I did. And really, I think it was just me feeling, you know, how I was supposed to feel. And so ever since then, since the estrogen, I've started hormone blockers. And ever since then, I've just felt so much better about myself. I feel like I'm finally who I was supposed to be in the first place. My boobs are starting to come in, you know. And I think that's just about it, you know. I don't know what else to share here. At least not in this video. So comment below, like and subscribe. Comment ideas for new videos, message me with ideas. I'm open to anything. I love talking to you guys. For the most part, I will share everything with you guys. There are very few things where I'm going to be like, no, I don't really want to talk about that. But yeah, like and subscribe, comment, share. And thank you for the support. Love y'all.